Hey, what is up, my fellow golf ball addicts? Welcome back to the channel, and this is something that a lot of you have been requesting quite frequently lately. I don't blame you. This, of course, being our top 10 golf balls if you base it on performance only, just like the title says. Now, if you're new here or you're a returning member, but it's been a while and you're wondering why I specifically put performance only in there, is we normally grade golf balls on 7 categories when it comes to our top 100 list, which we do every single year. We do a top 100 golf ball list, and I do it on the following categories. We do 9-iron performance, we do 7-iron performance, 5 hybrid, driver, and then 3 subcategories, which of course are value, design, and durability. And these all get a score out of 70, you know, based on a score of 1 to 10. It's a score total out of 70, and then we do a top 100 golf ball list. But many people are like, hey, what if you don't care about the other 3 categories? What if you just care about performance only? So that's what this video is for. As always, guys, if you love honest golf ball reviews from an average, honest Joe, that's me. I'm Nick, the golf ball addict. We'd love to have you around here. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good free stuff. Also, we do have merch now as well. We have some great, cool designs like this, and this stuff is available in the description. There's a link in the description. You can get this in t-shirts, hats, clocks, mugs, stickers, you name it. Anything there supports the channel as well. We also do have a membership that just starts at $1. So we'd love to have you part of the community. Love being here. But as always, I understand the economy's tough. If all you can do is subscribe, hey, that's enough for me and it means the world to me. I swing about 100 mile an hour with the driver. It's just a little faster than the average swing speed. Average swing speed for a male in the world is around 93, 94, which I used to be, but now I'm a little bit faster than that. So that's where this perspective is coming from. Some of these golf balls were tested at 93 mile an hour. Some of them were tested at 100 mile an hour. But regardless, these are just the best 10 performing golf balls from that perspective. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now I am going to give some honorable mentions here. I'm going to go ahead and give you 15 instead of 10. So I'll just run through these 5 real quick. These are the ones that didn't make the cut, but boy, they were really close. At number 15, we have the Encore Vero X2. It's soft, it explodes off the club. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It feels amazing. It has so much rocket power behind it. One of the best driver performances I've seen. Number 14, we have the Snell Get Some. This golf ball is incredible. It's really overlooked, especially since Snell came out with the new Prime 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 this year, but the Get Some is still there, and it is still a fantastic golf ball. I've played some of my best rounds with it, and it's an amazing price. 13, we have the Trust Bison Power V, which was new. This was a new model for 2024. Trust just came out with it, and it really surprised me. It had some record-breaking numbers, especially with the 5 hybrid, so it just rockets off the club. Number 12, we have the Wright and Ditson. Everyone knows on the channel, the golf ball addicts that follow me, they know that the Wright and Ditson was one of the best golf balls I tested in 2024, and not only that, it actually made it inside of our top 10 on our top 100 list, so it's fantastic. You can't go wrong. At number 11, we have the Vice Pro Air. It was new to 2024 when Vice came out with their new lineup. It's the softest of their 3 models, and you know what? It does everything really well. Okay, so that's our honorable mention 5. So if you did see those 5 in there, they won't be in the top 10, so that might eliminate a couple for you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Starting at number 10, we have the Vice Pro Plus, one of my favorite models for sure. It actually, you know, I don't want to spoil it. I was going to say it, but I don't want to spoil it. If you haven't seen my top 10, when you're done with this video, go check that one out as well for the top 100. That's another great video. You'll get more information there. But Vice Pro Plus was an amazing golf ball. I love it. It is on the firmer side. It's a little clickier, but the driver performance was really probably the best I had seen when it came to 2024. I mean, it absolutely rocketed off the club. It actually had some pretty decent forgiveness for being so clicky. I rated the Vice Pro Plus as far as its, you know, scores, a 9 out of 10 when it comes to 9-iron, an 8 out of 10 when it comes to 7-iron, an 8 out of 10 when it comes to 5 hybrid, and a 10 out of 10 when it comes to the driver, giving it a total performance score of 35 out of 40, which is really good. I mean, there was a little bit of issues with the 9-iron here and there, and there was a little bit of issues with the 7, just because when you get into these firmer golf balls, sometimes the forgiveness goes down a little bit. You hit it off the toe just slightly or a little bit off inside, and you just don't get that distance, and so that's what happened there. But it's still an amazing golf ball at an amazing price. It deserves to be in every top 10 I could possibly make. And at number 9, we have The MaxFly Tour S, another fantastic golf ball. You know, out of the 3 golf balls that MaxFly makes in their Tour line, I don't have a lot of success with the regular and the X on the Tour because they're just too firm. They're meant for professionals. In fact, that's who's playing them now is women professionals, some senior, you know, Champions Tour professionals, even some just PGA guys now are playing MaxFly. So those golf balls aren't intended for me. They don't do that well testing, but when it comes to the S is a golf ball that really took me by surprise. It's a little softer, and boy, it just explodes off the club face. The MaxFly Tour S earned a 9 out of 10 on 9-iron, a 10 out of 10 on the 7-iron, 9 out of 10 on the 5 hybrid, but only an 8 out of 10 on the driver. So the driver did see a little bit. Maybe I was over compressing it just a tad. It also kind of had a little low launch, so that probably had something to do with it too. But still, a 36 out of 40 performance score. Really, really, really good there. And honestly, I don't know what else I could ask from it. At number 8, we have the Mizuno Tour X. Now this is the 2022 model, so I know they came out with a new model this year. I am going to test those. I hope they do really well. But this golf ball's still available. You can get it for around $30 to $35 a dozen, and I can tell you what, if you can get it for that still, you ought to play it. It's fantastic. This golf ball, when I was testing it, I had a smile on my face the entire time because it had such an explosive rocket-like off the club, and it just felt so buttery and smooth. It had a bouncy ball effect unlike anything else. And every time I would look back, I'd break another record at the time. And so I'd swing a little harder just for fun and look back, and it traveled so far. And that's why if you look at these scores here, you'll see a 10 out of 10 with the 9-iron, a 9 out of 10 7, 8 out of 10 when it comes to the 5 hybrid, and a 9 out of 10 when it comes to driver. Really close to a 10 out of 10 on that driver, but that gives it a score of 36 out of 40, just like the MaxFly. But I give the edge here because this golf ball's feel was unheard of. I'm disappointed we're moving on. I really hope the new model is up to par, just like this one was. At number 7, we have the Top Flight Gamer. You know, I know this continues to surprise people. It surprised a lot of the golf ball addicts on the channel when I first mentioned it a couple months ago, but the reality is there's been a lot of people who have played it since then, and it's nothing but positive feedback. The Top Flight Gamer has been improved for 2024. They took it from a 3-piece to a 2-piece, kept it around the mid-70s compression, and that is the sweet spot for me when it comes to 2-piece golf balls. I mean, it really explodes a lot. I don't lose distance. I don't over-compress it as much, and this golf ball actually spins just as much as a 3-piece does. It had amazing checkup when it came to the 50-yard pitch. It had amazing checkup when it came to just 9-iron, 7-iron. I mean, this golf ball stops on a green, and for being $2, I mean, I know price doesn't matter here, but 2 dozen for $20, I mean, there's a reason this golf ball got in the top 20 on our main list. So here, if you look at these scores, this is from the 2024 Top Flight. 9 out of 10 on your 9-iron, 9 out of 10 on your 7-iron, 10 out of 10 on your 5 hybrid, and then 8 out of 10 on drivers. So maybe I did kind of over compress it at the end there, just because the driver score was an 8, but still, a 10, a 9, 9, 8 is a fantastic score. Again, it's a 36 out of 40, but I give it the edge really because of its incredible spin despite being a 2-piece. That's why I gave it the edge. I do like the Mizuno a lot, but since it is being discontinued, I just decided to put the Gamer ahead of it. So this is a legit golf ball. I know there's going to be tons of people out there that are still like, you know, oh, Top Rock or Rock Flight or whatever. That's not the case anymore, guys. These golf balls have been massively improved by Dick's Sporting Goods, and they're the real deal now, so you got to try them out. At number 6, we have the Odin X1 Pro. This is a direct-to-consumer golf ball that actually is the official ball of Ping Golf. Yeah, that Ping Golf. Since Ping doesn't make their own golf ball, they had to kind of eventually choose somebody that they could put their stamp of approval on, if you would, and sure enough, it's this golf ball, surprisingly. But not surprisingly, once you look at the numbers, which are fantastic. I mean, this golf ball actually dropped in our top 100 list because of the value and because of the design. So if you just look at the performance numbers, this is what we're actually looking at here. A 10 out of 10 when it comes to 9-iron performance, a 10 out of 10 when it comes to 7-iron performance, a 9 out of 10 when it comes to the hybrid performance, but a 7 out of 10 when it comes to the driver. So I had issues with the driver. That's really unfortunate because that's still a 36 out of 40. if that driver had just been a little bit better, the Odin could be a top 3 performing golf ball in the market. So it's really, really close. Make some slight tweaks, and I'll tell you what, this golf ball could be something very, very, very special, but it's already really good. At number 5, we have the PXG Extreme Tour. This should surprise no one who's been watching the channel because the PXG Extreme Tour X and Extreme Tour got number 1 and number 2 respectively. So, I mean, yeah, it's no surprising that their performance is really, really good. I mean, PXG surprised me. This is only their 2nd model of this golf ball ever, and my goodness, is it good. It's not good. It's fantastic. If you look at these numbers here, 9 out of 10 when it comes to 9-iron, 9 out of 10 when it comes to the 7-iron. That's the only thing that held the PXG back a little bit was the hybrid, and then a 10 out of 10 when it comes to driver. So really fantastic numbers there. Another 36. I gave PXG the edge over the other 36s because, again, it's a fantastic golf ball all around. It doesn't do anything wrong. I mean, it does nothing wrong. I mean, around the green, it's great. Around, short irons, it's great. Wedges, great. Mid irons, great. Long irons, great. Like, it just doesn't do anything wrong. And again, I know we're not talking about price or, design or any of that, but it knocks those out the park too. So by the time you get all done with that, I felt it deserved the top spot out of the 36s at least. At number 4, we have the Precept Laddie Extreme. So this is a golf ball that many of my followers love. It's one of those signature golf balls on our channel at Golf Ball Addict. And what I mean by signature golf ball is there are certain golf balls that surprised people in the community enough that it changed their entire game. So there have been hundreds of people, for example, who play the Precept Laddie Extreme now because of the review that came out. The review came out, it was fantastic, it broke all kinds of records from us, and then people started trying it out and the community started trying out, and next thing you know, we've got 300 people who have tried it and all 300 are positive reviews. And so at that point, word spreads like wildfire, everyone gets a try at it. It's $1 golf ball. I mean, why would you not want to try it? And they realize, holy cow, there's a reason this golf ball's been around as long as it has. And there's a reason that they just really haven't changed it because it isn't broke. It's that good. It's that good. It's a 2-piece golf ball. Like I said, it's $1 a golf ball. But here are the performance numbers I got at the time. Like this is going to be pretty insane for you people who have never played it or have never seen the numbers. But check this out. 10 out of 10 on the 9-iron, a 9 out of 10 on the 7-iron, a 9 out of 10 on the 5 hybrid, and then a 9 out of 10 on driver. And that's all legit. And in fact, I might be being unfair to it because this review was done so long ago, I kind of had to go back and do some math and adjustments and guesstimations. And even with that, it still got a 37 out of 40 performance score. So this is a golf ball that we definitely will be retesting in 2025. I'm excited to see how it does because there are tons of people who, this ball has legit changed their game. I've gotten emails and emails from people who are like, hey, I was playing Pro V1, but I'm a really slow swinger. I tried the Precept Laddie. Now my drives are 10, 15 yards further because I'm actually compressing the golf ball. There's so much forgiveness packed in there. It shaved 3-4 strokes a round off. Like, it's legit. That's why golf ball fitting is so important because sometimes there's some diamonds in the rough like this that'll really surprise. So it's one of my favorites. I hope that when I do the retest, it does just as well because I'd like to keep it, in the top 10 and top 20 and all that. It's a legit golf ball. It's one of my favorites. At number 3, we have yeah, the Penfold Ace. I actually just released the full review for this golf ball maybe 4 days ago, 3 days ago. It was not that long ago. But this is another golf ball that got in the top 20, maybe top 15, I think, of our top 100 list. It's a surprisingly good golf ball. It's a 4-piece. It feels a lot like the Wright & Ditson. Just explosive off the club face. I don't know what else to say. These numbers the numbers will speak for themselves. Check this out. So this may be some recency bias, but I'll tell you what, 9 out of 10 on the 9-iron, 10 out of 10 on the 7-iron, 10 out of 10 on the hybrid, and a 9 out of 10 when it comes to the driver. So all around, just fantastic scores, a 38 out of 40 performance score. Really what made this golf ball not be in the top 10 was the fact of its value, its price point. Yes, it actually does get a couple yards further than a lot of other golf balls, but it's kind of expensive. It's on the really expensive side when you figure $40 a dozen plus shipping. So you're looking at like $45, $46, $47. And then there's no telling if you live in a different country, like some people like Canada. This golf ball doesn't even ship to Canada, and that's a shame. So that's unfortunate. But that's kind of what held it back. But this performance-wise is a top 5 golf ball. It's fantastic. I've been using it on the course. I love it. At number 2, we have the Red Lobster Golfing Lobbie Pure. Every time I say that name, I change the name, please. I need like a code name for it or something, or some way I can shorten it. But anyway, so this is another wild card. This is one that was sent to me from somebody. I guess it's a company in Germany. Most of the time when I look at their, advertisements or their website, it's in German. I mean, they do have an American side, but most of the time when I see stuff, it's in German. They were sent to me. I didn't know what to think. It's a very unique looking ball, but boy, the performance numbers are just incredible. And I talked about this on the top, 100 list. I don't know if I like the feel. I don't know if I love the feel. This is a very firmer, European style, traditional clicky golf ball. I don't know that I would play it on my own just because the feel isn't my style, but there's no disregarding the performance. I mean, it does everything just almost near perfect. Here are your performance numbers, and this is where it still surprises me every time I see it because, again, this is the first golf ball I've ever had where I hit it and my face goes kind of like this, like, don't like the feel. But then I turn and look at the numbers and I'm like, holy cow, like that's ridiculous. But here's the performance numbers. 10 out of 10 when it comes to 9-iron, 9 out of 10 when it comes to 7-iron, 10 out of 10 when it comes to your hybrid, and 9 out of 10 when it comes to your driver, which is a 38 out of 40, which is just fantastic. Yeah, I mean, again, those are all really fantastic. It has a low penetrating flight, so it keeps it out of the wind. But despite the fact that the launch is so low, I somehow still get massive distance out of it, and that's because of the ball speed. The ball speed's just insane. And again, coming from a ball that feels like I just hit a rock sometimes, and I'm thinking, there's no way that number's good. Oh, okay, well, I'm on the green. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but well deserving of the number 2 spot. And at number 1, you know what number 1 is. Yeah, I mean, again, no surprise. This was the number 1 golf ball for 2024 on our top 100 list. Like I said, PXG crushed it in all those subcategories, but they also crushed it in all the performance categories too. And just looking at this here, the PXG X had a 9 out of 10 when it came to 9-iron, a 10 out of 10 when it came to 7, 10 out of 10 when it came to 5 hybrid, and a 10 out of 10 when it came to driver, giving it an almost perfect score, 39 out of 40. I mean, on this channel, that basically is a perfect score. I mean, I've never had a golf ball test perfect in all categories. It's just almost impossible. Like, that's the closest I've seen. So the PXG Tour X really is still the best performing golf ball. That's why it got number 1. But the fact that PXG also nailed all those subcategories really puts it in a level of its own. So if you decide you want to try the PXG, after our top 100 came out and PXG found out about it, they were actually nice enough to hook us up with a code in case any of you golf ball addicts out there want to try it. This code is good off their normal sale pricing as well as their even hero pricing, to my understanding. So 10% off is what it gets you. The code is ADDICT Addict, which is really nice of them, by the way. And I'm trying to work on more too. I've reached out to some of those other companies and trying to get a code as well. And I got one from actually the Lobbie Pure. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I remembered. So our number 2 golf ball, the Lobbie Pure, just reached out to me yesterday and as well gave a code. Okay, the Lobbie code is, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I read this right. Golf_ball_addict. Just how the channel name is. But that'll actually get you 15% off. So that'll help if you want to try the Lobbie Pure as well. I'm glad I remembered that. So anyway, I'm reaching out to some more companies as well. I'm trying to get them to offer those coupon codes so you guys can try multiple golf balls. I know golf balls get expensive, especially if you look at a top 10 list and you're like, man, I'd like to try all of them, but my wallet, and you open it up and a little moth flies up and you're like, oh no. So hopefully these codes help. I hope they help you. If you have any questions about any of that, feel free to email me or shoot me a DM or shoot me a comment, whatever. But guys, yes, that is our top 10 list of just the best performing golf balls. Like I said, there was probably some recency bias in there just because I was swinging it really, really well at the end of last year. But I'm pretty confident in all those. All those are really awesome golf balls. I can't see trying any of them and not being really, really happy with your performance. So guys, as always, keep watching, keep saving, keep learning. Until next time.